Christian and Anastasia stood in the kitchen, their voices raised in the heat of argument. Christian's frustration was palpable as he paced the tiled floor. Anastasia's eyes flashed with hurt as she confronted him head-on. "Christian, you're being unreasonable. I can't always be there to hold your hand," he exclaimed, unable to mask his irritation. Anastasia's face contorted with pain and then anger. "That's not what I'm asking for, Christian. I just want some emotional support." Christian's tone turned cold as he replied, "I'm not capable of giving you that, Anastasia. I've told you before. That was the last straw for Anastasia." "Fine, Christian. If you can't give me what I need, then maybe we shouldn't be together." Christian's expression darkened, and he turned away without another word. Anastasia watched him leave, her heart breaking into pieces. Christian's steps were heavy as he entered his office, his mind no longer focused on the work spread out before him. He couldn't shake the image of Anastasia's face, wounded by his words. The realization began to gnaw at him, he might lose her for good. Across town, Anastasia was packing her bags with trembling hands. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she whispered to herself, "I can't do this anymore. I deserve better than a man who can't love me back." A knock on the door startled her. She opened it to find Christian standing there, desperation etched into his features. "Anastasia, please don't go. I need you," he pleaded, his voice barely more than a whisper. Anastasia looked at him, her pain turning to anger as she retorted, "You need me? You've never needed anyone, Christian. You're incapable of love." Her words struck him like a physical blow, and he realized, perhaps for the first time, the truth in them. Time passed, filled with silence and reflection. One night, they sat on the couch, the tense atmosphere between them palpable. Breaking the silence, Christian finally spoke. "Anastasia, I know I've hurt you. I don't know how to love, but I want to learn. For you." Anastasia's skepticism was clear. "Why now, Christian? Why after all this time?" "Because I realize I can't lose you. You're the only one who's ever truly seen me," he confessed. Anastasia searched his face for sincerity, torn between hope and doubt. "I want to believe you, Christian. But I need to see change," she said softly. "You will." "I promise," he vowed, taking her hand. They shared a hesitant kiss, a fragile reconciliation. Later, in the stillness of their bedroom, Christian whispered, "I love you, Anastasia." "I know I don't say it enough, but I do." Anastasia smiled gently. "I love you too, Christian. But we still have a lot of work to do." Christian nodded, fully aware of the challenges that lay ahead. Intent on proving his commitment, Christian suggested a new step. "I want to show you that I'm committed to our relationship. I want to take us to the next level." Anastasia looked at him, curious. "What do you mean?" Smiling, he responded, "I want to move in together. Officially." Anastasia was taken aback. "Christian, are you sure?" "That's a big step." "I've never been more sure of anything in my life," he assured her. She smiled, and their connection deepened with a tender kiss. They spent the next days unpacking in their new home, laughter and shared smiles replacing the previous tension. As they settled in, Christian took Anastasia's hand and led her to the bedroom, revealing a beautiful engagement ring. "Anastasia Steele, will you marry me?" he asked, his voice full of emotion. Anastasia's eyes filled with tears of joy as she answered, "Yes, yes, 1,000,000 times yes." Christian slid the ring onto her finger, and they sealed their love with a passionate kiss, ready to face their future together.